All right, let's sit up tall. Any pains or injuries before we start? Okay. And Christina and Sam, any pains or injuries before we start? No? Okay. So go ahead and just sit down. All right. Good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as at my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is Mobility Flow. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether. Always making some good decisions about your movement practice. That's vitally important, not to create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. All right, if you need to sit up tall, if you need to elevate to sit up tall, go ahead and sit up on a block or a blanket, and then find a comfortable cross-legged position and let the palms face up. Fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. All right, so Sam, again, like the last time, if it's too tight for your hips to cross your legs, then you can sit up like this and just let your hands support. Yeah. So you just want to find a lengthy, tall spine. And as you start to settle into your seat, start to also connect to your breath, letting the inhales even out with your exhales. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart, chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyandraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes and let the palms face up again. Fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And take the chin toward the right shoulder and continue to pull gently to the back of the head. Release back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side. Roll it back, opposite side. Roll the center. A few more rounds at your own pace and going in that same direction, beginning to move your neck and your shoulders. And take one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction, And chin back toward the chest again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and neutral spine, and then extending the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands are supporting to either side, and turn your toes toward each other, and then roll them out. Draw in, roll out. Draw in, take outer rotation, circling the ankles. Take it back to center and switch them around, inner rotations, opposite direction. And come back to center again. Cross your shins and take the opposite shin on top, the non-dominant crossing of the legs. Inhale, raise your arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Back to center again, other side. Back to center, legs forward and forward fold. All right, so Sam, you can grab anywhere to your legs so you can help to stabilize and balance. And then with your hands grabbing anywhere to legs, maybe even you can even pull your torso a little bit closer toward your legs with the assist of your hands. All right, take it back up. With your hands slightly behind you, bend your knees and separate your feet about max width distance. And then you're going to windshield wiper your knees side to side. So let the knees go wide. All right, come back to center, soles of feet together, knees apart. And let's butterfly your knees just a little bit, just to move the hips around a little bit. All right, come back to stillness. Let the feet go slightly further forward. And then grabbing the inner feet. And then you can round the spine as much as you want as you draw forward. Make your way back up. Keep the feet as they are. Take the hands back behind you and then outwardly turn your fingertips behind you. Walk your hands slightly back and then lift your chest, broaden your shoulders, and gently looking up and drawing your head back. So taking a back bend here with the support of your hands slightly behind you. Come back to neutral spine. Walk your feet in just a little bit. So now it's a little bit tighter. Continue to let the knees go sideways and downwards. And then this time, you're going to take the hands slightly closer and sit up a little bit taller. And again, broaden your shoulders by drawing your shoulders back. Lift your chest and gently looking up. And then as you take this back bend, I really want you to think about the knees, the outer thighs drawing toward the floor. So you have outer rotation with your thighs and your hip joints. And start to release. Come back to center. Step the feet to the floor. And your feet are separated about hips width distance. Grab the front of the shins and then round the spine to draw back. And then lift the chest. Draw the shoulders open. Gently look up. Exhale, round it back. Inhale, lift the chest and gaze up. One more time. Exhale, round it. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. And then come back to a more neutral position. Walk your feet together and your inner thighs together. And then wrap the left arm around the legs, right hand behind you, and twist to the right. Keep the right hand behind you. Look forward. Then pick up the right foot with your left hand and extend forward. Now, if that's too much for you, right, you can always bend your right knee instead and just grab the outside of the foot. And then push your heel away from you the best you can, and that will stretch your left arm and left shoulder. Keep using your right hand behind you for support. Now, if you have the full extension of the leg, fantastic. Keep it there. Now, keep looking to the right and behind you. Square back to center, looking forward. Bend your right knee, step the right foot down. Feet together, knees together, and then wrap the right arm around the shins, left hand behind you, lengthen through the spine, and twist to look over to your left. Keep your left hand down, stay twisting, but look forward. With your right hand, grab the outside of the left foot, and to the best of your abilities, extend the left leg out. Now, if you don't have the flexibility and you have to bend your left knee, that is fine too, but just keep pressing your left foot away from you, so you're constantly stretching your right arm. And again, if you have the full extension of the leg, take it, and keep looking behind you past your left shoulder. So you're keeping the rotation of your spine. Start to look forward again. Bend your left knee, step the left foot down. Extend the legs forward and shake it out. All right. And then sitting up tall, let the feet go wide, about your mat's width distance. Okay? Then isolating the movement to just your left leg, keep your hands supporting. You're going to roll the left toes out to the left side, roll it back to center, and roll it inwardly. Roll the left toes out. Roll the left toes in. One more time. Roll the left toes out. Roll the left toes in. Come back to neutral. Other side. Roll the right toes out. Roll the right toes in. Roll the right toes out. Roll the right toes in. One more. Roll the right toes out. Roll the right toes in. Come back to neutral. Both legs at the same time. Roll the toes out. Roll the toes in. Roll the toes out. Roll the toes in. One more. Roll out. Roll in. This time as you roll in, stay rolling in. So for some of us who have really tight adductors, right? It's going to be really pinching into the adductors, into the hips, right? So that might be really tough, and then you're going to release and roll outwardly to release that. One more time. Roll the toes in, working the adductors, and then roll the toes out. All right? Shift back towards the sacrum, raise your legs, bend your knees so that the heels are toward each other and the toes are apart. And you're going to extend the legs out. You're going to draw the heels in. Extend the legs out. Draw the heels in. Extend out. Draw the heels in. So stay here. You're going to shift forward to see if you can balance on the sacrum and raise your arms. Once you have your balance, if you have your balance, extend out. If this is difficult enough, stay here. You don't have to extend the legs. But if you have the flexibility and the balance to extend out, go ahead. Notice now it's beginning to use your core, the hip muscles, right, and your lower back. So this is isolation. And release, draw the heels in, draw the knees together. Swing the legs back behind you and come to a down dog and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in the down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward between your hands. Back heel comes down to the floor at an angle and rise up into warrior one. On the inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. On the exhale, bend the front knee and take the arms alongside. Inhale, lengthen and reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. One more time. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching up, bending the front knee, warrior one. Wrap the hands back behind you, interlace your fingers. Broaden your shoulders, reach your knuckles back, and then lift up, gaze up. And then bow forward, devotional warrior, crown of the head to the inside of the foot. Stay in that forward fold and release your hands to the floor to either side of the right foot. Then lengthen your right leg the best you can, and then bend the front knee. Lengthen your right leg the best you can, bend the front knee. Lengthen your right leg, bend your right knee, stay here, and come back up to warrior one. And then open it up for warrior two. Lengthen your right leg, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior, right arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. You can take the right arm to top the right leg, or if you can touch down easily, right hand to the floor, left arm up. Right? So you can always modify with the elbow to the knee, so it's a little bit easier. Inhale, take it all the way back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. 3 progressive cobras, hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it. If that's too deep for you, keeping the elbows bent might be a lot easier. And lower all the way down, and then child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold forward. Stay on your shins, walk your hands in, and lift your torso up. And then you're going to tuck the toes under and sit on top of the heels. Your torso is relatively vertical, arms alongside. On the inhale, lift the seat up, activating your quads. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. So you're still hovering, you're not sitting down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Stay hovering. And you're going to hold it here. So you're not sitting down. Your quads are activated. Arms alongside to elongate through your arms and the sides of the neck. So by now, your quads are probably beginning to burn a little bit. So keep activating. So you're strengthening the quads. Then on the inhale, rise all the way up. Walk your hands forward, and then down dog. Start to pedal out the legs once again, side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, warrior one. Back heel comes down, arms up high. On the inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen front leg, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. One more. Inhale, reach up. Keep the arms reaching up. Bend the front knee, warrior one. Then wrap the hands back behind you, interlace your fingers, but take the opposite thumb on top. Lift up, gaze up. And then bow forward. Devotional warrior. Crown of the head toward the inside of the foot. Stay in that forward fold. Release your hands to the floor. So for Sam, if it's too much for you to touch your hands to the floor, you can take the hands to your thighs. And then when we lengthen and bend, you're just going to isolate the movement right here, okay? All right, so for the rest of us, hands to the floor. Lengthen your front leg. Bend the front knee. Lengthen your front leg. Bend the front knee. Lengthen and bend. Inhale, take it back up to warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. So modifying with the elbow to the knee or the left hand to the floor if you can more easily touch down, right arm reaching up. Side angle. Inhale, take it back up. Reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. So again, 3 progressive cobras. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it. If you need to bend your elbows a little bit, keep it there. And release all the way down, and then child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. This time we'll do the same exercise with the toes untucked. So roll up onto your shins, your toes are untucked. Arms alongside. On the inhale, lift all the way up to vertical. Exhale, bend the knees, and again, almost touching down, so you're still hovering, right? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, and stay here hovering. So you're not sitting down. You're just really strong in your quads. Lift all the way back up. Walk your hands forward. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Take the right hand back behind you. Left arm forward. Bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Take it back to center. Raise your left arm up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Warrior one. Exhale, open it up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the right leg. Triangle pose. Tip the left hip back. Reach your right hand further forward. Right hand can stay on the top of the shins if you're less flexible. Right hand to the floor if you're more flexible. Take the left hand behind you, half bind, and use the top of the left hand pressing to your lower back to draw the front of the left shoulder up and back in space and lean it back. On the inhale, come all the way up with a half bind into reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Right foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, push up, chaturanga, bending the elbows. Inhale, forward and up into an up dog on the tops of the feet, and the thighs stay off the floor. Exhale, roll it back, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Stepping the left foot forward. Warrior one. Wrap the left hand back behind you. Right arm is forward. Bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Square back to center. Raise your right arm up. Exhale, side bending to your left. Inhale, square back to center. Exhale, side bending to your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend. Back to center. Raise the arms up. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg. Triangle pose. Left hand reaching forward to the top of the shins or to the floor. If you can reach down easily, right arm reaching up. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle. And then hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands. And take your feet about mat width distance and turn the toes out, turn the heels in. With your hands supporting on the floor, let's take a half squat. So with your hands supporting, just start to bend your knees and let the feet draw down. And then lengthen it back out. Bend the knees, draw the feet partially down, and then lengthen it back up. Bend the knees. And lengthen. Two more times. Bend the knees. Lengthen. Bend the knees. And lengthen. Now stay lengthening. Turn your toes back in so your feet are still mat width distance. Left hand stays center. Bend your left knee, but keep the right leg extended. Inhale. Raise your right arm up. Exhale. Right hand comes toward the floor. 5 times. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Right hand toward the floor. Inhale, right arm up. Right hand toward the floor. Inhale, right arm up. Right hand toward the floor. One more. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand toward the floor. Stay here with both hands supporting. Come back to even and just fold forward. Sam, do me a favor. If you have a water bottle at home, take a water bottle, because if you use your water bottle like this to the floor, then you can use that as a way of helping you to lengthen your arm, you see? Yeah, so just use your hand on the water bottle when we do the twist. So this is basically extending your arm, right? So, okay, so everyone at this point, right hand to the floor, to the center. For Sam, right hand to your water bottle as support. Bend your right knee, keep your left leg extended. On the inhale, raise your left arm up. Exhale, left hand toward the floor. Inhale, raise your left arm up. Left hand toward the floor. Much better, Sam. Inhale, raise your left arm up. Left hand toward the floor. Inhale, left arm up. Left hand toward the floor. Inhale, raise left arm up. Left hand toward the floor. Stay here and fold forward. So Sam, you can use both hands to the water bottle as an extension of your arms, and see with this assist if you can lengthen out the legs fully. You see how by using that water bottle, it's almost like if you had a block If you have 2 water bottles, even better, because then you can use both hands to the water bottles, right? So think about that going forward, or if you have a very sturdy book, something like that really helps. All right, with both hands on the floor, bend both knees, let the seat drop a little bit. Lift the head, lift the upper back so you're more in a neutral spine. Shift your weight back towards your heels, and through the strength of the legs in a neutral spine, rise up to a standing position. So using your quads instead of your lower back to support you to come up to a standing position. Standing toward the front of the mat, stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. And just steady your balance here and flex your right foot so your leg is engaged. You can take the hands to the hips. You can reach your arms out however you like to balance, or the arms can go up as well. Totally up to you. So stay balancing on the left leg. Open up the knee to the right side. Draw the right knee back to center. Open up the knee to the right side. Draw it back to center. Open to the right. Back to center. This time we're going to take circles. Draw the right knee out to the right side, down toward the floor, and then lift the knee back up. Out to right side, down toward the floor, and lift back up. One more time. Out to the right, down toward the floor, lift back up, release your right foot down, release your arms, walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness. Second side, stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Take the same arm positioning, whether it's to the side, to the hips, or arms up. Flex your left foot to engage your leg. When you're ready, inhale, open up the knee to the left side. Take it back to center. Open to the left, back to center. Open left, back to center. Circles this time. To the left, down toward the floor, and lift. To the left, down toward the floor, and lift. To the left, down toward the floor, lift. Step the left foot back down, release your arms, and walk it out side to side. All right, let's take a standing hamstring stretch. Stepping on the left foot, reach your right foot forward and pivot to your heel. So I would say about a foot is pretty good, and flex your right foot. Hands to the hips. Now do the best you can. You don't have to lean forward all the way to horizontal. It could just be at a slight angle. Keep the neutral spine. As you shift the hips slightly back, you're going to lean the torso forward. So maybe it's just here, right? So it's a struggle to stabilize as well. So make sure you go nice and slow. Now, if you have more flexibility, maybe you go toward 45 degrees. Right? You don't have to go that far. Just make sure that your spine stays neutral. And then if you have even more, maybe you can take it horizontal. Totally up to you. All right? So if you're less flexible, you're going to be up here. If you're struggling to balance, you're going to be up here. All right, let's start to break. Come back up. Stay on the left foot. Bend your left knee a little bit. Then pick up the right foot. Point the right toes back behind you. So maybe you're about 1.5 feet behind you. Then lengthen out the legs. Point the toes and press to the tops of the toes and the tops of the feet so you get a nice stretch. And then raise your arms up and back. Keep reaching through your toes and then put a little bit of pressure to the knuckles of the toes, right, to the top of the knuckles. So you get a nice stretch to the top of the foot. And start to release. Come back to center. Step the right foot down and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness. Stepping on the right foot. Pick up the left. Reach your left heel forward, maybe about 1 foot, and then flex your left foot. Lengthen out both legs, hands to the hips. And then as you draw the hips slightly back, you're going to lean the torso forward. So go nice and slow and continue to work on the balance. Now, if you have a little bit more mobility, a little bit better balance, maybe to about 45 degrees, and then keep going to your level of flexibility and balance here. begin. Whoop. I lost my balance. Begin to make your way back up. Bend your right knee, pick up the left foot. As you point the left toes back, maybe it's about 1.5 feet behind you. You're in a pointed toe position. Press the top of the foot and the toes to the floor as you then reach your arms up and back into a back bend. Now, once you hold this pose, you want to keep reaching through your toes, and you want to put a little bit of pressure to the tops of the knuckles, tops of the toes. A little bit of pressure, not too much. And come back to neutral, step the left foot down and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness. Feet together, knees together. Inhale, raise the arms out and up. Exhale, arms alongside 3 times, palms facing down. Inhale, flip the palms to face up as you raise the arms up. Exhale, arms alongside. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time forward with the palms facing forward and up. And then palms face down, forward, and down. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. So this time we're going to take circles. Inhale, arms up. Palms face behind you. And then down toward the floor. So circles. Inhale, palms face up. Then flip the palms and then down. Palms face up. Then flip the palms, face down. Opposite direction. Reach your arms up. Forward and down. Reach your arms up. Forward and down. Reach your arms up. Forward and down. Reach your arms forward and up. And then side bend to the right. Inhale, take it back up. Side bend to your left. Inhale, take it back up. Side bend to the right. Inhale, back up. Side bend to the left. One more time. Inhale up. Side bend right. Inhale up. Side bend left. Inhale back to vertical. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee, tree pose. Open up the knee to the right, grab that foot, and take it to the inner left leg. So try to go above the knee joint if you can. However, if your hips are tight and you're shaky, go below the knee joint. It's easier to balance. Whenever you're ready, arms up and out to balance. You may stay here. If you want to work on flexibility, you're going to start to lean forward just a little bit. Keep the spine neutral. And you're going to lean forward even more to the point that maybe you become more parallel to the floor. I don't feel like you have to go parallel. You want to keep the spine relatively neutral as you take the forward fold. All right, so some people call this a tabletop in your airplane, right? So it's the shape of an airplane, but it's tabletop with your torso. All right, begin to take it back up to vertical. Rebalance here. And then release, stepping the right foot down and walk it out side to side. All right, second side, stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, sole of the left foot, inner right thigh. So go above or below the knee joint, arms up and out in a wide position. You are welcome to stay here or take the arms out to airplane and then work to lean the torso forward. You may just go at a slight angle, right? Being mindful that you're trying to keep a neutral spine. If you have more flexibility and the balance, keep the torso as neutral as you can as you take the tabletop with your torso and the airplane with your arms. Begin to make your way back up to tree, stabilize first, and then release, step it down, walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness, stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Right hand to right knee, left arm out to the side. If you have more flexibility, it could be Yogic Toe Lock and extend the right leg fully. So whether you have the hand to the knee or to the big toe, then start to open up the knee to the side or the leg to the side. So Sam, make sure you rotate that knee out to the right side, and yes, good. All right, break. Step the right foot back down and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness, second side. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Left hand to left knee, right hand to the right hip, or the right arm out. Yogic toe lock to the left big toe and extend, and then open up the knee or the heel to the left side. And then Christina, maybe take the hand to the knee instead of the shin. It'll be a little bit easier. Yes, there you go. All right, let's break. Take it back to center. Step the left foot down and walk it out side to side. All right, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, bending at the knees to dive forward. Fingertips to floor, bend the knees, step the right foot back. Palms flat, step the left foot back, down dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up, three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, crescent moon, right knee comes down. So if you need to take extra padding to your right knee, you can fold your mat, right side folding towards center. Or if you have a towel, you can take a towel to your right knee. Then walk your hands to the top of the thighs and lift the torso up. And then lean the hips forward. So you want to go into the stretch of the right quads. And then press your hands into your thighs and think about your belly leaning away from your thighs to lean the upper torso back. And once you're set, take the arms up, Venus Mudra, index fingers pointing, interlacing all the other fingers, and reach up and back. Right? If your shoulders are tight, your arms can be alongside the ears or maybe even further forward. You can also separate your hands, right? If you separate your hands, there's less tension to your shoulders. You might be able to draw the arms further back, right? So you have the freedom to take your hands together, right? Or you can take your hands apart. All right, take the hands to the floor, to the inside of the left foot. Once you have the hands to the inside of the foot, you want to turn the left toes out at an angle, and the left thigh also turns out at an angle. So it goes into your hips instead of your knees, okay? Then walk your hands forward about a foot. Either keep your arms fully extended, or if you can manage to draw your forearms down, and this is your lizard pose. So for Sam, if that is too difficult for you right now, right? Just walk your hands back in, take the right hand to the floor, to the side, and with your left hand, gently just press your thigh away. Right? This will give you some level of openness into the inner thighs, into your hip. As you press your thigh away, that will give you more resistance and deepen the opening of the hips. Right? For the rest of us, we're going forward and basically doing the same thing in this positioning. You know what? Also, Sam, you might want to walk the left foot a little bit wider, maybe even slightly off the mat. Good. And then turn the toes out wider. Yes. And then now press your thigh away from the center line. So with your left hand, press your thighs away, like toward the cabinets. There you go. All right, so you should feel a nice stretch to your inner left thigh and into your hip joint. All right, let's break. Walk it back in. Turn the left toes back forward. Frame your left foot with your hands. Tuck the right toes under. And then on the inhale, kick your left leg up, three-legged dog. Open up the hips, bend the left knee. Stay here for a couple of breaths, allowing your hips a little bit of openness and release, allowing your lower back a little bit of release. Pigeon, re-extend the left leg up, square off your hips, and draw the left knee in. Land that shin to the floor. You're in a pointed toe position. Your left thigh angles out to the side, 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your right knee further back to lower your hips. And walk your hands back, elongate, and fold. And I forget, Sam, did you have a knee issue? If you have a knee issue, right, I think the last time you were here, you did your pose this way, right? Or you could bend your right knee and just rest your foot, your left foot on top of the right knee and take the pose this way. Right? Good. All right, make sure you flex your left foot when you take this figure four position. All right, there you go. All right, for those of us with knee issues, when you press the top of the shin to the floor in this way, there's a lot of pressure to your knees, right? So if that is too much for you to take the regular pigeon facing downwards, right? You can take the pigeon reclining in the opposite direction, so being on your back instead in a supine position, right? So you just end up folding the left knee in and taking ankles to knee on your back. All right, let's make your way back up. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the right toes under and make your way back to down dog and walk it out side to side. So taking lots of movement, giving your knees and your hips a lot of release and neutralization. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Second side, right leg up. Step the right foot forward, crescent moon. Left knee comes down to the floor. Untuck the toes, extra padding to your left knee if you need it. Walk your hands to the top of the thighs and lunge forward. So, So extra padding to your left knee if you need it, and then hands to the top of the thighs, and then lean the upper torso back, gently looking up. And when you're ready, arms up, Venus Mudra. And again, if you want to take the option of separating your hands so that it's easier for your shoulders, you can do that. Right? So if your shoulders are tight, sometimes when you take a position with your hands together, there's so much tension that all the attention you have is to your shoulders, right? And then you also then lose the hip opening because you're just so stressed in your shoulders. So if that's the case, reduce the work to your shoulders and just concentrate on your hips moving forward instead. All right, start to release your hands to the inside of the right foot. And then turn the right toes out at an angle, and the right thigh also turns out. And then walking your hands forward about a foot, and then either keeping your arms fully extended or lower your forearms to the floor. All right, Sam, let me give you another adjustment. Now, right now, I kind of feel like you're a little bit awkward because you're a little bit closed in, right? So I want you to walk the right foot a little bit wider and turn the toes out. But I also want you to walk your left hand a little bit wider to your left. So you're creating a wider stance. When your stance is wider, your torso would be a little bit shorter, right? If your torso is a little bit shorter, you might be more able to lean to your left so that you can press your right hand to your right thigh away from you more effectively. Right? And then also you want to raise your right shoulder up and back in space. So yes, there you go, rotating a little bit. Keep pressing your right thigh gently away from you. There you go. So I think that might look, to me at least, a little bit more easy, or maybe a little bit more comfortable, hopefully. Hopefully I'm right in making that adjustment for you. All righty. Let's lift up, walk it back in, turn the right toes back forward, frame your right foot with your hands, tuck the left toes under. On the inhale, kick the right leg back up, open up the hips, bend the right knee, and stay here for a couple of breaths, allowing your hips to open, release. Re-extend the right leg up, draw the right knee in for pigeon, land the shin to the floor, inch your left knee further back, walk your hands back, elongate through the spine, and once you're set, make your way forward, pigeon. All righty, let's start your break. Walk it back in, tuck the left toes under for down dog, and walk it out side to side. All right, once you're neutral, walk your feet forward towards your hands and take a seated position. Take seated spinal twist. Left leg extended. Step the right foot over. Right? If your hips are tight, you can stay in this one. However, if your hips are pretty open and you want to take the full pose, left heel can come in, step the right foot over. Right hand behind you, left arm up. So I think, Sam, you should keep the left leg extended forward. You're going to have left leg extended forward and step the right foot down. So make sure your foot is flat. Your right foot is flat. Right hand behind you for support, left arm up and twist to the right. Now, if your elbow to the top of the leg is difficult of a reach, you can wrap the arm or you can wrap the hand to the front of the knee and twist. Sam, you're going in the wrong direction. No, keep the legs, keep the legs, keep the legs. Sam, keep the legs. and twist to the right. There you go. Inhale back to center. Keep the legs as they are, and then counter twist to your left. All right, so from your twist, you're going to keep the legs and counter twist. All right, Christina and Sam, yeah, there you go. Come back to center. Switch legs. Right leg extended, step the left foot over. So for those of you who have tighter hips, this is a much better option. Those of you who have the openness in the hips to take the full variation, right heel comes in, left leg over. Okay? So you also have to make sure that the left foot is flat on the floor. Left hand behind you, right arm up, and twist to your left. Hook the right arm to your left leg, wrap the right arm to your left leg, or take the right hand to your left leg. Keep the legs as they are, square the torso back to center, and then counter twist to the right. Back to center again, extend both legs forward. Inhale, raise the arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Again, you can grab your feet, ankles, or your shins. You're just holding on to anything for stability. Inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, take it back up to center with your hands supporting. Lower arm to your back. Recline twisting, hug the left knee in, but keep the right leg extended. Left arm goes out to a T or downwards alongside the hips, and then twist to the right. So you're rolling onto the outer right leg, outer right hip as you rotate into the spine. All right, begin to take it back to center. Switch legs, switch arms, and twist to the other direction. Nice and slow, allowing gravity to help you rotate into the spinal twist. All right, take it back to center, hugging both knees in. And then step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward. Savasana, final relaxation. Feet are separated, toes are turned out, arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed. Let it all go. Beginning to draw your breath back in and start to move the fingers and the toes. Reaching the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. When you're ready, roll over to the right and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. And let's take your non-dominant shin on top. Palms face up, fingers in Dhyana Mudra. Reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. It'll come up. Namaste. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Cheng, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, and also on my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again for sharing your practice. See you soon.